Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video gonna go over the trades we took on Friday as well as the plan going into tomorrow. So this is what we look like on Friday. If we go on the 30-minute chart here, we had the 585 puts, and you can see right off of open we ended up gapping up a bit and closing below this 50 SMA. And at this point, still there was a chance this could have wicked back above, but that just didn't happen. This 50 SMA ended up starting to turn down, and usually when that 50 starts to turn down, we usually don't get back above the 50. In this case over here, the 50 was still sloped up. This case over here, 50 started to turn down, and once we closed under these first two candles, I mean, it was pretty obvious that we were going to lose the trend, and this would lead to a solid pump. So if we go to the 1 hour, same thing, lost the 50. 2 hour, same thing, lost the 50 and is going negative. When we go to the 0-day chart now from Friday, I think I went over this in yesterday's video, but I'll do it again just so if there's anyone new or just get in your head more. But as you can see right here, we ended up getting this cross on calls. So right off open, the 10's going above the 50. There was no entry yet. This 50 SMA was still a little sketchy in this area. It started to curl up in this area, but I stayed out of this cross. I didn't like it at the time just because there was still a chance that we could get back above the 30-minute 50 since the first candle didn't even close yet. So I was kind of just waiting. And then once we reclaimed the 10 in this area, we had two candle closures under the 50 SMA on the 30-minute. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to play this reclaim. Got in on the reclaim. Got a little dip right here, and then we got a nice rip all the way up to 170 or 180 a contract, 183 a contract, and I got about 50 points on NQ on this. And then we ended up coming back down to the 50, and I stopped out at break even on this move back down. I was just trying to keep my risk tight since there wasn't any trend in the market. So this is one of the days where you can, in my opinion, buy this 50 SMA dip, where you could get away with it just because the market is losing the trend, and most likely we're gonna see a move to the upside in this case since the puts are going negative on the 30 minutes. So with that being said, and we have this 50 SMA trending up pretty hard, this wasn't a bad 50 SMA dip buy. If you wanted to wait for the confirmation, safer entry would be the reclaim of the 10 right here, and we got that, and we ended up ripping higher. So there's certain times in my opinion where you can buy that 50 SMA dip on the 0-day chart when we're not trending. Again, with the system, and you got to understand the types of trades you want to be taking and when to take them. So you don't buy this 50 SMA dip in a typical neutral market, and that's something a lot of people don't understand, is when we are in a neutral market, there's no trend. So there's more of a chance this 50 doesn't hold when we're neutral since there's no trend versus when we do have trend, because when we have trend, we usually have a move in one direction throughout the day, and this 50 SMA usually holds that entire day, and you don't always slap that 50 SMA, and a lot of people just see the 50 and be like, oh, I'm just gonna buy there. They have no clue why they're doing it or when they should do it. So that's kind of why, in my opinion, you could have bought that 50 dip, and it was worth a shot. I mean, the 50 was trading up hard, 30 minutes going negative on puts. Really solid entry right there. If not, okay, wait for the 10 reclaim. You got on the 10 reclaim, pretty much no drawdown on that before this rip higher, and then you could have just trailed this 10 SMA, closed under it on this candle right here, and then we got back above it right here. You could have just rode it again for a nice solid move up, and then we pulled back, we closed it below a little bit more there. Really no other entries for the rest of the day, but that's pretty much the thought process behind the price action on Friday and how you could have played it. It was a solid day. I mean, this 0-day chart is super clean. We got the cross, 50s trending up the entire day. We had some 10 SMA reclaims. You could have played some good amount of points provided, but going into tomorrow, this is what we look like. It all really depends on the open of what contracts we get. Either going to get the 585s or the 590s on the put side, and then 595s or 600s on the call side. So right now, this is what we look like. Puts are neutral since they went negative, and then we go to the call side. We did get this cross on the 30-minute, but way too early in my opinion to tell. We don't know what contracts we're going to get. So just look, if we do get the 30-minute cross and the market does flip bullish, the favor is going to be on the long side, as you guys know. In that case, we're going to be looking for a 0DT call cross, 50 SMA dip on the calls if the market does flip bear or flip bullish. Right now, I feel it's way too early to tell for for me to have a bias to the upside, just because we have like one candle from since this 50 SMA did like curl a little bit. So I mean, I'd want to see the market tomorrow at open to go from and evaluate where we're gonna go. But for now, I have no bias. I need to see the charts tomorrow at open. But let's just say we do get the cross, 50's curling up nicely. Okay, like I said, market's gonna be bullish. Focuses on the long 0 DT call cross, 0 DT 50 SMA dip on the calls after the cross. Let's say the market gaps down, and this we lose the 50 SMA. Okay, from there that means the market's gonna be neutral. And I think on the other contracts for the 600s, we are still below the 30-minute 50, I think. So there's a chance we do open up neutral going into tomorrow. So in that case, look for a cross on either side of the premium. More likely than not, it would be a put cross, I feel like, since we're at a major pivot in the market at this 30-minute 50. So in that case, like I said, put cross would work. A 0 DT negative cross would also work on either side, as long as we're not at like this 50 SMA. So if we do go to like the 600s, I don't know if I have them on my watch list yet. Do we have the 600s? I don't. Let's see if I can just pull up the 600s real quick. If I just delete this, put 600. Yeah, so this is what we look like on the 600s now. So if we do somehow get these tomorrow with a slight gap up, this is a pretty bearish looking chart for the time being, just because we got back below this 30-minute 50. If this goes and crosses and we get a little gap up, okay, then the market's bullish. But with us being at this pivot on the 30-minute, market is still neutral at the moment. I gotta see the open, like I said, but those are pretty much all the scenarios that we could have tomorrow. Flip bullish, or market stays neutral and we see some downside, just because we're at that major pivot on the 30-minute. That 30-minute chart is a very key spot. The 50 SMA a lot of the times marks tops and bottoms like on this 30-minute chart, so you always got to know where we're at when taking 0 DT trades. So like, let's just say we end up coming up to this 30-minute 50. Let's just say hypothetically, not looking at the right side of this chart, this wick right here. Okay, let's say the 0 DT calls cross on this candle right here at the 50. That's not a trade you want to take, because we're at a major resistance spot on the 30-minute, and then 0 DT calls are crossing. So what you want to do is just wait it out. I mean, sometimes there are certain scenarios where I do take that cross, but with how hard this 50's trading down, that's just not a trade you want to take, because we're at a strong resistance on the call side. If anything, wait for the calls to go negative and take a short from there. So that's kind of how you want to play that. When I mean, like, when we're at the 30-minute 50, don't take a call cross, or or put cross if we're at the 30-minute 50 on put. So that's pretty much all the scenarios going tomorrow. If you guys want to learn, join Discord down below, and they're pretty much all day every day. So that's the place to learn. If you guys are serious about trading, this is the best strategy in my opinion in making money in the market. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. I'm out. Peace.